This topic is one that Nikki and I actually have been wanting to talk about for a long time, because when Women's Travel Fest started 6 years ago, the travel industry at large was in a very different place, and things have really changed since then. So we wanted to explore the different ways in which the travel industry has shifted to meet the concerns of the female traveler from different perspectives. So in that regard, we have a brand perspective, Uber, community perspective from Haley, media perspective from Nikki, and a sort of influencer online adventure. You have so many hats. Perspective, Rachel Redwell.
My mom's still trying to figure out what I do.
Rachel, I am so excited to talk to you because for a multitude of reasons. Number one, you are an amazing host and videographer and producer. She held an incredible workshop yesterday. But number two, because you're quite active in the outdoor space. And the outdoor space is kind of the one area of the travel industry I feel is still pretty bro-y and pretty white. So I would like to know if you have seen any sort of changes, or in your career, if you've noticed the industry in that segment sort of shifting towards the female market.
Yeah, so the good news is you don't have to be swole to be capable in the outdoors. I mean, your abs all look good, but you don't have to be a white dude to go stand on the top of a mountain. You are capable of getting there. It's the coolest revelation, ladies. So my background, I came up as a producer, camera operator in really testosterone-driven content. We're talking Ice Road Truckers and Deadliest Catch and all like the Pillage the Earth shows. And I was in the Arctic and in the field for months at a time with only men. I mean, I was the only woman for hundreds of miles sometimes, dressed as the Michelin Man, looking good. It's the only place I've ever had my eyes freeze shut, Alaska. I know, it's crazy, right? They're back, they're open. But the really neat thing that's happened since I began on this path and was trying to forge a path that I didn't really see existing for women is that since then, there are all these different voices in media, like Unearth Women, like Girls Love Travel. There are communities on places like Instagram, which include us, whatever us looks like. It's Outdoor Women, it's Melanin Base Camp, it's Native Women's Wilderness. There are brands like REI creating campaigns with hashtags like Force of Nature, where sure, there are tons of brands that are like, women matter now, and then they just want you to like buy their deodorant. You're like, nah, I'm good. I mean, I already smell fine. I've been wearing Secret since I was 11. And then when REI comes in and they start highlighting women and they mean it and provide space for our voices, we start to see that we're enough. That we can climb the thing, hike the thing, go to the place. Unlikely Hikers is a really great Instagram account started by a woman who self-identifies as overweight and queer, and she went out on a hike. I think she says it was like by accident, which probably means she got lost, if we're being honest. And she found that she loved it. And now, because media is democratized, there's space for us to tell our stories, find our stories, live our stories. And each one of you in this room is a prime example of, whether it be the outdoor space or the adventure space or just the travel space, you're a prime example of why the future of travel is female. And the future of travel, in my opinion, looks like this room, because we are not from one specific background. We live in different places. People have flown in from around the world. I grew up in Ohio. I live in California. The fact that I can hop on a plane and come meet people from all over in a context like this, in human form, not as internet avatars, is beautiful. And I think every one of you hopefully finds inspiration this weekend in the different voices that you're hearing and the different social accounts you're learning about, where you go, oh my God, I could do that? And then you're like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I think so well said.